Barton, I assume you've been keeping up with this keynote journaling, right? So now we've got the phone, iOS telling us what we did today and inviting us to reflect on what we've done. What's the strategy here? Why is this an important software effort for Apple?
Well, I think the biggest, support for Apple stock has been their ability to take share in smartphone. And their ability to take share in smartphone is a lot of things. One of them is their ability to innovate in feature set in a way that is addictive and also pulls you into their proprietary ecosystem. And certainly I think that journaling is a stab at that. We'll see how much buy-in there is from a broad consumer set. One of the things that I think was also interesting was their attachment of improvement of basically your self kind of photo that you're putting around your voicemail and around your contact. I suspect that's something that will work better within the Apple ecosystem than between an Apple and an Android. And I suspect as we dig into more of these features, it's going to give people more of a reason to become an iPhone user and to switch away from Android and pull people who aren't in, will have more envy and want to get into this ecosystem. They've had great traction with younger consumers, and a lot of it is that. Yes.
Well, what should we make of Apple's approach to what a lot of people are calling AI in the metaverse, but they sort of refuse to use those buzzwords. Right now, they're talking about advanced machine learning and some of their, software efforts. They've been using AI for a while, but not in the Chat GPT sense. Also, they talk about, mixed reality. They've been working on that for a long time in the phones. We expect to see that in the headset, but they've thrown some shade on the term metaverse. Why does Apple do that? And how should investors interpret that, right, as they might try to trade Apple alongside other companies that are caught up in the same storylines?
Look, I think that Apple is distinguishing their brand. And, they're trying to really, position themselves to be a competitor with the incumbent, which is Meta with the Oculus. And I think that this, kind of using of different terms and taking a different tack, they're going at the high end. Meta's kind of going for the low end. It's a differentiation of approach that I think plays to Apple's strength, which is premium, which is privacy first, and really, I think, trying to get people maybe subliminally to think about that when they're looking at, which device platforms that they're interested in.
Steve, we're still awaiting, of course, the big announcement that investors are expecting here. That is the mixed reality headset. Meta Platforms right now, Facebook's parent, is trading about flat. You spent a lot of time with Meta's folks who do these headsets. What do you see as a potential win for Meta in this presentation? I guess if it goes wrong, like AI for Google went wrong, what would be a big loss for Meta in this presentation?
Yeah, for sure. I don't think anything is going to go wrong, John, since this is a pre-recorded demo and very polished and edited. So we're not going to see a live demo snafu. So let's put that aside for now. But look, what would be really hurt Meta is if they announce a much lower than expected price. When last week when they came out with their headset to try to undercut this announcement today, they talked a lot about price and saying, look how affordable it is. It's only hundreds of dollars. The implication, of course, being everyone's expecting the headset from Apple to be thousands of dollars instead of a few hundred. There's that aspect of it. And then there's also the aspect of just the speeds and feeds of it. And it sounds like on that front, it sounds like Apple's going to do a lot better, meaning sharper displays, better processing power, and things like that to really have a more high-end experience than what you've seen with Meta. I've used Meta's headsets, including their Pro headset, and it does not look great when you're looking through that mixed reality environment. The real world looks very pixelated and blurry, and it's slow and janky and a little buggy. So there's a lot of work to be done there on the Meta front, and if Apple can figure that out and kind of make you feel present even while you're wearing the headset, that's going to be bad for Meta.
Yes, indeed. Well, thank you. I mean, a $3,000 headset, that's as crazy as a $1,000 phone. Remember when people were saying a $1,000 phone, who would ever? Yeah, well, we'll see.
But carriers subsidize those $1,000 phones.
Well, the business model we await. Steve, Barton,
yes.
Thank you.